take away all my fears. I'm yours, I'm not here.
Okay, so quick update. I'm not pregnant anymore. And the baby is definitely here. As you can see, balloons. But they cut your girl. And I was very, very, very shocked. I'm not depressed about it, but I am shocked. And I'm low-key, like, annoyed. Because I feel like they didn't tell me that was the risk of getting induced. And I've been induced before with my second kid, with my son. So by me getting cut, it was very shocking because, like, I didn't expect that. But the reason is because, like, okay, I came in Thursday and they induced me around like 2:30. From 2:30 to 2:30 in the morning, I started to have contractions maybe around, I'm gonna say maybe around like 6 or 7. I started having contractions. So around like 3:30 that morning, 3:30, 4 o'clock that morning, I ended up getting my epidural, which is nothing different than I did from before, because with my son, I went in at 6. They gave me my epidural like right away, and then like 6:30 in the morning, they gave me my epidural like right away, and by 6 p.m. he was out. Now that was the difference in this hospital. They made me like lay down, and I couldn't move. I couldn't do nothing. I just had to lay there and go through the induction process. This time I was able to like walk around. I was able to be on a like medicine ball. It started off pretty decent, but going into like that third day, my water broke like 11:30 that morning. So I was super excited because I would never had my water break on its own, and it was like a good experience. Like normally they have to break my water, but this time my son broke my water on his own. And I was so shocked because I was like, oh my God, my water broke. So I just knew I was going to have the baby that day, which was yesterday. So I'm like, oh my God, my water broke. Like, mind you, yesterday was Saturday. I've been here since Thursday. So I'm like, yay, we finally about to have a baby. I'm thinking, because they tell me like I have 5 days before they have to force a C-section. So that's been stuck in my head since Thursday. Like, okay, they can't force a C-section until you're here 5 days. But they wasn't able to wait the 5 days because, of course, my water broke. There was no way for them to wait because there's really nothing for him. Technically, they said they could have waited if his heart rate didn't start dropping. That's the craziest part of the story, because his heart rate started to drop that night before my water even broke. And they kept coming in, turning me, but they wasn't telling me why. They just kept turning me every like 30 minutes. I kept asking him like, what's going on? What's going on with his heart rate? He was like, oh, he doesn't like how you're laying. The whole time the cord is wrapped around my baby neck. So they still didn't notice. They knew something was wrong because the heart rate kept dropping. I had to sit on all fours for like an hour twice. Literally like all fours, like, and I'm rocking back and forth. I'm praying, I'm crying, because I'm just like, what's wrong with the baby? Like, why is he why is he getting to 6 centimeters? Mind you, it took me forever to get to 5-6 centimeters. And once I got to 6 centimeters, I was just like, okay, finally, because I know I've been in labor before, and once I hit 6 centimeters, my labor goes like this. So I'm like, oh my God, yay, I'm so excited. My labor about to be over with, this and that. No. The excitement was just starting. So not only was his heart rate dropping, but the doctor came and talked to me. She's like, the midwife, she's like, listen, if we can't get him to stop, we're gonna have to do something you're really not gonna like. But I'm praying that we don't have to do that, because, you know, mind you, she's the one who told me your water's gonna break on its own. We're gonna have a safe delivery. You're gonna have a baby today. Everything's gonna be fine. So when my water broke, everybody was excited because we just assumed like, yeah, baby coming today vaginally. No, the baby was not coming vaginally. So she ended up we ended up getting the baby pressure, like blood, like heart rates basically balanced out or whatever. But Prior to that, we didn't know what was going on. But then she kind of figured out, like, okay, either the baby is in distress or maybe it's the medicine that the baby don't like. So they got my contractions to slow down, because now my contractions are like every 2 minutes. I'm actually starting to feel my contractions. Like, I'm like, yeah, something is going on, because I can feel it. But every time they check me, my jaw, they check me at least 40, 50 times. Like, I cannot make this up. They check me so many times. Every time they check me, I was still like at 5. I was still at going like up and down, 5, 6, 5, 6. Like, my cervix is still not. But I could feel my contractions. Like, I could feel him pressing down, like he's trying to come out. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, why am I not going in labor? This is the longest I've ever been in labor. Mind y'all, this is day 3. So I'm like, this is the longest I've ever been in labor. There's no possible way. The whole time, this cord is really wrapped around my baby neck. So the first doctor, she's telling me, like, the midwife, she's like, something is wrong. He's either in distress or he just feel like the meds. But I'm praying for you. She's like, I'm not supposed to say that, but I'm praying that we get a vaginal delivery. She's like, but I'm going to be honest. If we don't get him out within 5 minutes, we're going to have to cut. So I'm like, okay, I could deal with that, because if something is wrong with my baby, then okay, cool, let's do it. So, boom. Even though I'm still nervous, I'm still like, okay, my baby's safety is the most important. So now it's like 6:30 something, 6:50 something. They come in there like, oh, the doctor wants to check you. I'm like, okay, but this is a whole new doctor. Like, this is a whole new midwife. Well, she's the actual doctor. So I'm like, I don't even know this lady. Like, who is this? So they're like, oh, this is the new doctor that's on shift. Blah, 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 blah. So the lady, I'm like, okay, cool. She checks me. She tells me I'm 5 centimeters. Mind you, my centimeters been going up and down for 2 days. 4, 5, 6. Everybody is like all over the place. Nobody is giving me the correct centimeters. So now I'm getting irritated, because I'm like, well, the lady just told me I was 6. How are you getting 5? So she's like, oh, I don't know how they got 6, because blah, 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 blah. So then she's like, listen, I'm just going to break it down to you. I've waited 7 hours. This baby, your water's broke since 11:30, and you haven't moved in the past 7 hours. You're still at 5 centimeters. We're going to have to cut you, long story short. So I lose my top, because I never had a C-section. I don't want a C-section. And I'm very irritated, because I've been here for days expecting to have a vaginal delivery, expecting to put my faja on and be back in my body. Like, what? Like, we're not doing a C-section. Like, I don't care what you say. So I literally lost it. Like, no, I'm finna call my mama, because y'all can't force me to get a C-section. So I ended up calling my child's father first, and he's like, man, we just finna check out this hospital and go somewhere else. Like, what? They can't force you to do a C-section if you don't want to. So I'm like, that's what I'm saying. So he like, well, before we do that, call your mom. And he's like, nah, call Jenny, which is his stepmother. So I'm like, okay, but I think I need to call my mom. He's like, yeah, call your mom. So I called my mom. My mom used to work in hospitals, and she is very, like, familiar with a lot of stuff. So as soon as I call my mom, I'm like, Mom, they trying to force me to get a C-section. I'm breaking it down to her. She's like, what? She's like, no, let me talk to the doctor or whatever. Because she can hear the doctor talking to me. Like, the doctor is literally talking at me. Like, not to me, not with me. Like, it just sounds like she's demanding, no, you're going to get a C-section. We're done talking to you. We don't want to hear anything. We have to save this baby life. But I'm not hearing it like that. It's coming more off aggressively, more forceful. Like, my rights are being taken away from me, and I was just not feeling that. So now my mom's talking to her. They go back and forth a couple times, and then her tone changed, and then I could actually hear her concern. So now I'm like, okay, so she's more concerned about my baby living, my baby surviving, not necessarily just cutting. But I'm still panicking. I'm crying. I couldn't even record no more, because as y'all see prior to this part, like, I'm literally recording my whole delivery. I couldn't record no more. I'm so over it. I'm so devastated, depressed. Like, I've heard so many negative things about a C-section. I've heard so many negative things about, like, what happens after, during. Like, I was just not feeling it. So I'm so nervous. And then my child's father had left for like a couple hours. So I was already waiting for him to come back. So when he was already on his way back when they told me this. So finally, when he came upstairs in the room, he could just see it. Like, he was like, don't cry, don't cry. I just broke down again. And I was just like, he was like, what you scared of? He was like, don't be scared. I'm going to be right with you. And I'm just like, bro. So when I go to breaking it down to him, like my fears, I'm not going to be able to hold my baby. Like, he's like, man, you going to be straight. Everything going to be straight. But I'm just so focused on what everybody else done told me. Plus, your body don't just snap back like that. Like, when you have a vaginal delivery, like, your body just, you feel me? Like, I don't know about y'all, but I know about me. Every time I'm tying my belly down, I'm putting on my waist trainer in the hospital. Like, I'm with it. I don't know. Yeah, we not doing that. But I cannot do that this time. So, let me tell y'all. We end up finally going into, getting prepared, and everything moves so fast. At 7:07, the decision was made. My mama prayed. Mom, I'm crying still. I'm still in disbelief. Mind y'all, I skipped a part. My epidural wore off, completely wore off. So they was already telling me around like 4:30 that they might have to redo my epidural because I've been on the epidural for over 36 hours, and that's not normal. So it's completely wearing off. So I'm like, y'all are not sticking me again with that dang needle. Like, I'm not doing another epidural. I'm not trying to hear it. No, I'm not doing another epidural. So she's like, well, we're going to give you this medicine. If it doesn't work, we're going to have to do it again. So I'm like, or you're going to have a natural delivery. So I'm like, what? Mind y'all, the contractions are kicking my butt. I can't walk because I'm on an epidural. I can't walk. So imagine my life. Like, I'm feeling every contraction, like literally every contraction. I'm like, oh my God. And y'all telling me that the baby is in distress. Like, what? So now I'm very, very emotional, in pain. Finally, when we make the decision to do the C-section and I go through with it, the doctor basically explained, like, no, the cord is not wrapped around something. The cord is either wrapped around his neck or something worse is going on. So we have to get this baby out to save the baby life. So I'm like, okay, now I'm understanding. So now when we go, she was like, when we do this, 9 times out of 10, you're going to find out exactly what's wrong. And it might be more than one thing wrong. So we go in probably like after 7:07, because they were just prepping me in the room, like putting all these things on me, taking things off, shooting things in my epidural, trying to stop the contractions from me feeling pain because I'm not supposed to be feeling nothing. They basically preparing me for it. So boom, they get everything packed up. They roll us to a whole nother room. Well, I don't know where my daughter went, but she went somewhere with my doula, and they took me and my child's father basically to surgery. Like, we went straight to the surgery room. Like, it was already set up, everything, like the shit you see on movies with the lights, cameras, action. Baby, it was lights, camera, action, and blue curtains. That's all I seen. They shot me with this stuff again. I couldn't feel anything. I could feel touching, but I couldn't really feel like touching for real. Like, I just knew somebody was touching me. Then they made me drink some like shot of like sour or something. I don't know what it was. But after that, I was on cloud 100 because, bro, I was literally feeling nothing at all. I was still nervous, and I kept asking for my child's father, like, where's he at? Where's he at? They was like, oh, as soon as we're ready, we're going to come in. So, I'm expecting this process to take like an hour, even 30 minutes. Like, I'm expecting this process to take a long time. By the time the people set me up, put all that stuff on me, put the curtain up, all I heard is my child's father come in there and grab my hand. He said, babe, you going to be straight. We're going to be straight. You okay? You all right? Don't cry. Don't cry. Because I'm about to cry again. Because I'm like, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm scared. Because I could feel them cutting me, but not actually feel the cut. So I'm just like, I can't believe I'm getting a C-section. Mind you, this blue curtain, this is something you see other people go through and you never experienced it. Mind you, I've had 2 vaginal deliveries. So now I hear her say, Mommy, I told you the cord is wrapped around the baby's neck. So I'm like, what? So I'm scared, but I can hear my baby crying. So I'm like, so then they told him, they say, Dad, get up, take pictures. He's here. So then Minnie like, he here, babe, he here. I'm like, oh my God. So now I'm starting to tear up because I'm like, I'm finally meeting my baby. Like, everything went out the window at that point. Because I'm like, I'm finally meeting my baby. And I wanted to hold him, but of course they had to go get him ready and cleaned up. They couldn't just put him on me and stuff like that. So I told Manny, like, go with him. They like, yeah, Dad, come with us. Obviously, they didn't want him to, I guess, watch what was going on. with me getting cut up and like, getting put back together or whatever. So before they did that though, they showed me the baby. They was like, Mom, do you want to see the baby? I said yes. And he was so adorable. Like drop dead gorgeous. Like I'm like, oh my God, that's my baby. Because imagine, I've been pregnant 9 months. I went through so much throughout my pregnancy. I went through so much throughout life in general. It was just like a movie that I was watching, and I was on the outside looking in. Like that's what it felt like. So boom, that's when they cleaned him all up, and then they just came and put him on my chest. Like I could not stop holding him. Like I was just like tearing up. Like I'm just like, bro, like I can't believe you're finally here. Like, and even though I went through a lot to get him here, it was just like all worth it in the end. And even though I'm still like in a lot of pain, like I'm not in a lot of pain, but it is very uncomfortable. Like a C-section is just not what I would wish on anybody. I've got friends that had C-sections and they told me about it. And I was so confident. I'm not having no C-section. I'm having vaginal delivery. Like, I don't know how y'all did it. Like, I was very confident, very haughty, and God humbled me, okay? Because I had to experience something that I hear a lot of stories about. And it just made me realize it's a part of my journey. It's the part of everything that I had to go through. And I just want to encourage somebody out there, because you're going to end up in a situation like this, or you're going to know somebody that end up in a situation like this. Just trust God throughout the process, because that's all I kept doing is praying and crying. I just kept praying and crying, and I just kept asking God whatever it is that you want from me. And I just kept repenting for certain stuff, especially like times that I wanted to get an abortion, times that I have gotten abortions, times that and that's another thing I had to think about. Like my body has went through a lot since I had children before. So this was the experience to remember. So to even be able to birth the baby when I thought I couldn't ever have a baby again, I still just had to appreciate the fact that, okay, my baby is safe and going to be healthy, and my baby is going to be here. So thank you, Jesus. But it was one experience that I will never forget. Like my feet are still completely swollen. My stomach is completely still swollen. Like my legs are completely swollen. Like my body is not the body that I thought I was going to see after I had this baby, for one. For two, I don't even know how long this process takes. Like everything is different. I got to go see my doctor in 2 weeks. I have to go to another checkup in 6 weeks. It's just a lot. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to accept. And like the movement, the bending down, the everything is totally different from if I just had a regular baby. You know what I'm saying? So it is very emotional for me, because like I don't like what I feel at all, but my coochie ain't ripped. Clock it. That's what I do. Like I didn't have to get no stitches in my poom poom, and I didn't have to get no stitches in my butt. I had to do that with both of my children. And even though it wasn't a lot of stitches, it still was uncomfortable, because you couldn't clean. Like you got to clean yourself a certain type of way, and it do feel a little discomfort, but not as much discomfort as actually being cut. My biggest fear and biggest worry is my stomach, like going back normal how I want it. But I have to just be thankful that my baby is here, and I gotta be like pray and ask God to help me figure out how to get my body back the way that I want to get it back. And I'm definitely gonna watch a lot of YouTube videos to see like other women who went through this experience. I'm definitely going to pray. I'm definitely going to figure out how to work out, because like I don't want to be all stiff and like how some women's stomach be just like jacked up after that. I don't want to go through none of that. So I got to figure out all type of different stuff that I had to figure out when I had my first 2 kids. So it's like being a mom all over again. But it's definitely one experience that I will never forget. Like today is Sunday, and I've been here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tomorrow's gonna be 5 days I've been in these people hospital, and I'm praying they let me go home tomorrow, because I really do want to just go home. Like I want to go home and just try to get back to reality. I want to get back to like my normal life and try to get through this like in a normal like state, because I am in a hospital, so technically I still feel like I'm going through the process. But I do want to get home. I want to I want to know like how I do want to ask more questions about like how long the pain is going to last, how long am I going to feel the discomfort. They said it takes like 6 weeks for it to heal completely, and then I guess in my 2-week checkup is when I really get to see certain stuff. But like them pressing on my stomach every day hurts. I have to press. They said I have to continue to press on my stomach, and then y'all know I had a stroke back in 2019, so I have to get back on blood thinners so that I don't get blood clots. Mind y'all, they not giving me the pills. They giving me that stupid thing you gotta shoot in your stomach every single day, and that's so uncomfortable because I thought I was past that stage, and I'm trying not to get emotional because I thought I was past that stage in my life, but unfortunately God is just reminding me of where I come from. God is just reminding me of where He's taking me from and where I can't go back, and I have to be very appreciative of the life that He has given me. And we're going to go through things that is very uncomfortable, but that's just God preparing us for something even greater. So I'm just trying to stay positive. I'm trying to stay motivated, and this is going to make me stronger. My baby is so strong to have waited all those hours with a cord wrapped around his neck, and he didn't just, you know what I'm saying? He went a long ride. Like his blood pressure kept going back to normal, back to 63, back to normal, back to 97, back to normal, back to nothing at all being pumped. Like, and then I'm just praying and I'm just asking God. And that's another thing I learned. Like sometimes you just gotta let God do what He gonna do and not fight it. Because you may want something, but God may have something better for you. Because I think the best part is, baby, when they did take that baby out, my baby came out at 7:48. The process was not that long. Mind y'all, didn't I tell y'all 7:07 is when I made the decision? Okay, yeah, let's do this. By 7:48, my baby was out. If I was pushing, I would have still been pushing. I remember pushing. I was pushing for more than 7 minutes. Mind you, JoJo pushed himself out, but when I was pushing, y'all know, baby, I was in labor for a little minute. I was walking. I had to walk her down to 6 centimeters. So I can honestly say I've experienced every inch of life in so many ways that I have to just be thankful that God kept me. God kept me this whole time, because these have been one life changing. And 707 is, they say, a good number. I need to go look it up. They say those are really, really good numbers. My baby was born on 7/12 at 7:48 in the morning, or in the afternoon. So everything balanced itself out. Was it crazy overall? Yes, it was very crazy, but I'm blessed. I'm thankful. I have a very healthy, handsome baby, and this is an experience that I will never forget. And I just want y'all to be encouraged, because if you ever end up in a situation, it don't even have to be a C-section, but if something is going wrong and it doesn't seem like it's going to go the way that you want it to go, flow with God, because God is going to always be in the midst of every dark situation. God is going to always be in the midst of every not only dark situation, but when you need God the most, He's going to come through. Because even after I called my mom, I woke up and my godmama was in the hospital. My god sister was here. I had my mama Denise here. It was just a blessing to know that all these people rushed to the hospital once they found out that I was actually being rushed to have a C-section. And my mom is not in Miami no more. She's not even in Pembroke, West Palm Beach, no nothing. She's way in Georgia. So for all the people that have come on her behalf, I only talked to my godmama today. I didn't talk to Mama Denise. I'm going to call her tomorrow, because I was just so overwhelmed. I haven't even really talked to nobody. Like, I posted that my baby was born, but I haven't even really accepted everything to like just this moment, because I'm really just getting back to being able to shower for real, being able to like, that's another thing. Like, I couldn't even take a shower. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do nothing for 3 whole days, y'all. Like, I thought I was going to die in this hospital, but I did sneak me a bite of that was a Big Mac, 2 bites of a Big Mac and some French fries that first night that I wasn't supposed to eat, because I was so hungry and I was so sure, because they said able to eat because, oh, if you're rushing to a C-section, blah, blah, blah. I was so sure I wasn't having no C-section that I was sneaking eating food and I had no business because I ended up having an emergency C-section, okay? So, yeah. So that's my story. My baby is here and I have a healthy baby. Do I have some steps and stones to get over? I really, really do. And I'm very upset because my birthday is August 1st and I definitely was thinking, but around, that's another story for another day because, yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back, but we gonna be back at another later date. It won't be August 1st. So I'll be celebrating my birthday when I really get myself back together completely. So stay encouraged. If any woman goes through what I go through, C-sections are not as bad as they tell you. Just get up and walk. Pray for you going there. And not only pray, but trust God. That's the biggest thing that I had to do is trust God. And I had to overcome my fear because I thought I wasn't going to be able to hold my baby. And yes, it's uncomfortable, but my baby is healthy. My baby is safe. And they tell you people die giving birth. So a little uncomfortability, I could deal with it. I couldn't deal with losing my child. I couldn't deal with losing my life because I wouldn't even be here to hold my child, but my baby would have been born. You hear so many different stories when it comes to stuff like this. So I'm a walking testimony that I made it through another life or death situation. Me and my baby, we made it through. So love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Thank you for watching. Make sure y'all subscribe. Click the notification buttons below. And yeah, welcome to BossyDollWorld. I love y'all boys.
If they shoot, we shooting back.